Angle on the forehand, realised Willis was not going to put much on the pass. That's taking you back a few years. The quick snap from Goran. So easy when you're playing, returning against lefty, to sort of lean towards the backhand side, expecting it there.
Oh, that's a stunning shot from Marcus Willis, and I felt as if he'd gone into his shell a little bit. Long way back from 6-1 down, but that's a start, isn't it? Gets behind this ball, really gets that racket head through that ball. Oh, that was down in the tiebreak 10 sign. That forehand didn't really get hold of that one.
Yeah, I think the feet to blame there were a little bit anchored in spot, in place. That's what Goran meant by he wants to be shown a little bit of respect. He can't move the old man around too much, can he?
First service.
Yeah, much better point construction from Willis. Obviously allowed to, missing the first serve.
Well, as we keep saying, the mindset was very much going to be going after 2 first serves. He wasn't going to hold back. And did that at Wimbledon, didn't he, against, was it Chris Bailey, was down match point, served an ace second serve.
I remember that one clearly, yes, up the tee.
I think Goran might challenge that.
Mr. Willis is challenging the ball.
He's challenging his own serve, isn't he?
Yeah, umpire called it out, and probably a wise challenge from Willis. Needs all the help he can get at this stage. Oh, correct. It's all just a little bit too much for him, isn't it?
I think so. It feels to me like he's a little bit overawed by the occasion and perhaps not able to play with a lot of freedom out here. I think he's certainly sensing the pressure and the expectation of trying to entertain this crowd out here.
Absolutely easy to get away from that focus. You know, someone like Goran's been doing it for years, and I think you know, if you do lose your rhythm, that you know, he's had 2 players. This is a player it's not easy to get it back against.
So match point to Goran Ivanisevic for a place in the semi-finals. Oh, and that's a forehand from Goran that's only about a couple of inches up the net. He would have enjoyed hitting that one.
Yeah, no bonus for hitting the tiebreak 10 sign. Especially not down there. I didn't think it would have phased him too much. 2 serves to come. Resistance from Marcus Willis.
I'm not sure what happened there. Goran got himself into a perfect position, just got a racket to that ball on the returner serve, Marcus Willis, but actually swung at that volley and air-shotted it. He lost it in the lights there. Match point number 3. This is a comeback.
Possibly not as relaxed as he was just a few points ago, Goran. A couple of those backhands looked a little tighter.
now he's got 2 service points to come if he can save this match point number 4.
Oh, good serve. He had to one change it, the off pacer. So getting the width and drawing his opponent into a swing. Goran not timing that one at all. Willis back in this.
Believe it. Well, that's getting his own back. Remember, he had that let call against him early on in the tie-break.
Yeah, he was owed one. Well, he was owed 2, actually, because he just lost out against Andy Murray, and one of those slices he played cross-court that just tipped the tape. And there was some good speed from Goran there, but just too delicately played. What were we at, 9-3?
That's the way to finish it off. And maybe if he hadn't challenged on that previous serve, he might have been able to challenge that one. But relief from Goran Ivanisevic, so he is the runner-up of Group B with that terrific tie-break win over Marcus Willis by 10 points to 8.
That was it for the group stages. Das war jetzt schon für die Gruppenphase. Ja, zunächst einmal auch hier nochmal ein Großapplaus. A big hand for Marcus Willis. Marcus, how was it for you playing against your idol now in the aftermatch?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't enjoy surf too much, but yeah, that's why he was so good. Well, one of the many reasons, eh?
Was it still as good as when you watched it on TV back in the old days?
Probably, yeah. That serve, unless you guess, it's not coming back really. Yeah, tough me out. Too good.
Tough now, yeah. So Goran is already here. He's talking to Thomas.
Yeah, we're having a little talk over here, Goran, Tom, and I. So, what do you want to say to Goran?
Well, I just got to say, well done, mate. Are you 45 yet, or?
25.
30, yeah, 27. Well, we're same age group, so it's really cool the way he's played, and he's qualified obviously after we've seen all these group matches. And Goran is playing Dominic, quite interesting. So that's a generation fight, and well, now we're in the real battle
Against Dominic, yeah.
Yeah, but everything like just starting the semi-finals pretty much, and we're getting closer to the finals, and it's just getting more exciting by the minute.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, guys.
Well done, Goran.
Ja, und während wir hier jetzt gerade Andy Murray sehen beim Warm-Up, Andy, you're playing next against Joe Wilfried. So, well, Joe also had some great matches. What are your tactics going to be?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's obviously top player. Has been one of the best players in the world for a long time now. Big serve, very athletic, and you know, he takes chances, so it's going to be hard.
Oh yeah, so Joe is also ready over there. And so let's have a look what Joe has to say. We got 45 seconds until we go to the coin toss. Joe, your thoughts against Andy?
Yeah, anyway, it's going to be difficult. He's one of the best at this time, to not say the best one. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match. We'll see.
It's going to be a good match, and we're going to start in 30 seconds with the coin toss. So we got, well, not with the coin toss, but we got 30 seconds to be back on air in the international signal. Ja, meine Damen und Herren, auch noch für Sie eine Info. Wir haben eine Social Wall. Der Hashtag ist wie?
Hashtag Tiebreak10 macht Sinn und Hashtag erste Bank Open. So.
All right, so we are back.
We are back here at Tiebreak 10s in the Vienna Stadthalle. The group stage is over. In Group A, we have the winner, and please give it up for Dominic Thiem. Runner-up, second place, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga.
And third place, unfortunately, we are not going to see him tonight anymore. Tommy Haas.
All right, then we go over to Group B.
Yes, first place in the semifinal, he's going to be Andy Murray.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Second place in Group B goes to Goran Ivanisevic.
25 years old from Croatia. And third place, Marcus Willet. Thank you very much.
And this results in the following two semifinals. One of the semifinals will be Dominic Thiem versus Goran Ivanisevic, and next up we will see
Andy Murray against Jo-Wilfried Tsonga is going to be our first semifinal.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some tennis. Please give it up for Jo-Wilfried and Andy.
Everything same like rounds before. Racket logo.
Racket.
Logo. Serve.
Andy decides to serve. All right, so please give it up for Andy
Welcome
Murray.
back to the Wiener Stadthalle in Vienna for the tiebreak 10s, and we are through to the semi-final stage. Andy Murray against Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, and these two have put on many memorable battles in the past, and they've played a couple of big tiebreaks, Annabelle. Going back to the first round in Australia, 2008, 7-6 in the fourth set, and a couple more big ones recently since then. Davis Cup last year at the Queen's Club, 3 sets to Murray, but a 12-10 second set tiebreak. And more recently, Wimbledon this year, that first set, a mammoth first set, 7-6, went Murray's way. You felt it was decisive in that match, a 12-10 win too. So they've played some big tiebreaks, but you always feel that Jo-Wilfried Tsonga is dangerous in a short format like this tiebreak 10s.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, enormous respect for each other out here today. But of course, Murray has the head-to-head record 13-2. And as you mentioned, their last meeting in that quarterfinals of Wimbledon, you have to go back to 2014 for when Tsonga beat him in Canada. But as you say, in a tiebreak formula, just this sort of one tiebreak penalty shootout, quick-fire tennis. I mean, it really could go either way. But I mean, both of them have shown some fairly decent form, but Murray, I have to say, has been in almost unplayable form recently, hasn't he?
The recent form has been phenomenal, and over the last sort of 6-7 months, probably the best player in the world, points-wise, by far and away. But this is all new, this is quick, this is tiebreak 10s. What will these two produce for us?
Well, that's been corrected by the line judge himself.
For me, it's also on the line. For me, it's also on the line.
Confirmed by the umpire.
We played a point.
I think Andy Murray agrees with that.
Well, it's interesting because they only have the one challenge, so they want to use it wisely. And Andy's wondering, I guess the very least he knows he can get a let and a first serve, which still leaves him as favourite.
That's just not what he wanted, having what he thought was got the first point under his belt. Now thrown across a double fault right there.
So, someone like Andy Murray, so much of his game is about wearing his opponents down. You don't get as long to do that in this format. It makes him possibly a little more vulnerable. On the other hand, he's also capable of breaking just about at will. Beautiful touch. How many times, how much, you know, they're playing for a nice pot today, but how much money has that shot earned him over time?
Oh my goodness, when his career is said and done, we will look back on this particular shot, the lob, one of the greatest we've ever seen. And that's what players do, isn't it, when they're up against Andy Murray? They snatch at balls and they think they have to do a little bit more with it. They go closer to the lines.
Well, the truth of it is you do have to do a little bit more with it, don't you? Because the speed is so phenomenal, and I think, having said that, Tsonga will still be disappointed with that miss. You just definitely feel getting through, getting closer, the tension which they've talked about has just ramped up another notch.
Making no mistake over that smash. Another great serve from Andy Murray, straight down the centre tee, gets the short reply, and no problems putting that one away. So racing to a 4-1 lead, having served the double fault for the opening point of this tie-break. So got some work to do out here, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga.
Just giving himself a little bit more to do. 5-1, that's quite a deficit against Andy Murray, who looks determined. To be fair, a little untested so far. As I said, the weaker of the two groups faced Marcus Willis and Eben Izovic, as opposed to Tsonga, who's faced Dominic Thiem and Tommy Haas. But it's been all business for Murray after the double fault to kick this tiebreak off. But since then, very impressive. Well, he's persisted with a casual mode on the volley, Tsonga, hasn't he? Just about crossed him early on. This was a beautiful approach shot back behind Murray, and he still made Tsonga work for it. Dipping and low, had to be precise.
As you said earlier, Miles, it's a surface that if you don't quite get, behind the ball, you don't get hold of it on the strings, it sort of seems to just fizzle out, doesn't it?
Left, second service.
Oh, that is sensational. That is vintage Andy Murray, isn't it? How many times have we seen him do that over the course of his career as well?
Yeah, it's been clear that Tsonga's tactics have been get forward and attack Murray, but just... that's the question he poses of his opponents, to make those decisions all the time. Tsonga may be just a little too deep in the court.
I'm not happy with that backhand in the net.
No, he won't be. I mean, it drives him nuts giving away the free points. Something that's been a mark of his career, and particularly of his success recently. We've talked so much about how he makes his opponent earn each and every point. Cheap one there for Tsonga.
Well, when you look at the year that he's had, I mean, it's just been a phenomenal run, hasn't it? Particularly starting in Rome, where he beat world number one Novak Djokovic, and then, of course, reached his first French Open final, losing out to Djokovic there. Then went on an absolute steam, didn't he? Winning in Queens, then the second Wimbledon title, went to the Olympics, won there for the second time as well. Just had a phenomenal second half to the year. And still looks to be improving in every department. He's varied his second serve more. He's been able to free up the first. Oh, curse of the commentators.
To get a nasty look up here, Annabelle, that's all yours. But went for an aggressive one. 116 km/h mark, and that's Steve Kutzer, also known as Speedo, along with Matt Little, responsible for Andy's physical well-being and fitness, and boy, what a job those two have done, built on top of the work that Jez Green did with him. One of the finest athletes in the world. It was an awkward return down low, and this court just very sticky, an abrasive surface, so the ball, almost if you can imagine a ball landing on Velcro, is not going forward, and if the feet aren't up there, very easy to be left sort of reaching for it. Murray, who had built a nice lead, is now just probably a touch concerned. And I think, you know, Tsonga's has a great forward, although there's Mr. Fuji Jamie Delgado, who's been at the helm for so much of his success recently. Tsonga's, he does miss more in the back, but I think a lot of it's for me shot selection. I mean, that wasn't really the right shot, was it?
No, going for too much there and losing control on the racket face, and had his opportunities there to level the scoreline.
Yeah, back in from a deficit to 7-6 down, and I just don't see the backhand line as a value shot there.
And now he's thrown in the double fault as well, and that hands across a match point to Andy Murray to make his second tiebreak tens final. Because of course he finished runner-up last year to Kyle Edmund, losing out 10-7 in that tiebreak. But here's another opportunity. Oh, a good move from Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Didn't really hit the cleanest of forehands. It sort of wrapped round the strings a little bit, that one, but then the attack to the net, putting the pressure on Andy Murray to come up with the goods. He's not able to do so on that occasion.
Well, he's such a great athlete, Tsonga. We've talked about Murray, but Tsonga too, so explosive and very capable around the net. The pressure he can put on just by being there, evident with that miss.
And that gets the job done. So Andy Murray is into his second tiebreak tens final. And he'll await the winner of the next matchup between Goran Ivanisevic and Dominic Thiem. So big smiles at the net. I'm sure Jo-Wilfried Tsonga feels he gave it his all out there. He certainly posed a few questions, but Andy Murray never in doubt.
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, you know, maybe the level of tennis in that match wasn't so good. Both of us made quite a lot of mistakes, so maybe we need to play better in the final.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks.
So as you heard there, not happy with his performance, but he's into the final. We're into a break.
Dominik, in Kürze geht's los hier mit deinem Semifinale gegen Goran Ivanisevic. Kannst du dich eigentlich noch erinnern, als er gespielt hat?
Sicher, wie Wimbledon gewonnen hat 2001, glaube ich, war einer der dramatischsten und auch schönsten Momente im Sport überhaupt. Also ich bin natürlich auch vor dem Fernseher gesessen und habe mit ihm mitgefiebert und auf jeden Fall ein absoluter Ausnahmespieler und schaut noch richtig fit aus, obwohl er noch nicht so alt ist.
Goran, Dominic was just saying that he remembers your special victory in Wimbledon 2001 and that you still look very fit. So what's so special and what was special and still is today about Goran's game?
Well, obviously his serve. I mean, it's so accurate and fast still. I'm a little bit scared of it.
Okay, Dominic's a little scared of it. Goran, come to us. Well, what can you say to Dominic?
I think he's, in my opinion, he can be future #1. Definitely Grand Slam champion. Amazing tennis player, great guy. And, you know, I don't know, it's gonna be fun. I have nothing to lose. So my body hurts badly. And I need to play 2 more matches. But let's have fun.
Well, all right. So, guys, come up here. All right, we got a few more seconds to go. So, we got some seconds to warm up, to stretch.
Racket, logo.
Racket.
You won.
He serves.
All right, so he serves.
Well, welcome back to the
Goran
second
Ivanisevic.
semi-final of this tiebreak 10s event. And I wouldn't have thought we'd heard that too often. Goran winning the toss and electing to receive. But we've just been hearing the break. They did a short interview and he was singing the praises of Dominic Thiem, saying he thought he could be a future world #1, a future Grand Slam winner. And just for a bit of fun, actually rubbed it in that he was a great guy as well. And I think part of it was just to put a little bit of extra pressure on him. He still fancies a check for $250,000. But I think it's an interesting match because Goran's, he's getting a little older now, but he's been he's stayed in touch with tennis. He plays a little on the Champions Tour. He's hits a lot with his players on the tour, now coaching Thomas Burdick. And I just think with this game style, his game style and Thiem's game style, will get a chance to get into some of these points if he can serve effectively and get a first hit in.
No, I think you're right. I think the only problem for him is he says his body is hurting, and he said it's hurting a lot right now. And I think that the court hasn't really helped him out here tonight. It's just too slow for that serve to really, really get motoring. Although he has had some free points, but I just have a feeling that Dominic Thiem is going to try and make him run a lot in this match. So it's Dominic Thiem, the world #10, up against the former world #2 in Goran Ivanisevic, the oldest man in this event of tiebreak 10s. And awaiting the winner of this match then, Andy Murray.
On the toss and choose to receive.
So it's Dominic Thiem to serve.
Play.
Onto that quickly enough. Goran knew something we didn't know when he chose to receive. But we've seen a number of mistimed forehands. Of course, we have to remember it's a very short warm-up and in and out format of this tiebreak 10s.
Beide 1-0.
Proud parents there, Dominic Thiem.
2-1, Ivanisevic.
That serve still good, any surface, any generation, any situation, particularly this.
Yeah, that's a clever point from Dominic Thiem, isn't it? Opening up the angles and really going from corner to corner and making Goran run as much as he can. 45 years of age, of course, giving away quite a few years here to Dominic Thiem.
Für mich auch.
Yeah, nicely done. Good speed up to the ball. Nice shot from Goran. If he was going to pull it off, he needed to play just perfectly, giving it way too much air and comfortable in the end. It's changed a little over the years, hasn't it? That backhand. I think the serve looks very similar. The forehand does, with the backhand just a little bit more abbreviated, and you can see that as Andy Murray did. I'm sure Dominic Thiem would have picked that up. Just trying to give it a bit of height and make him create his own spaces. We get another look at Günther Bresnik, long-term coach of Dominic Thiem.
Well, it's leaking errors all over the place, that backhand. We've seen a couple into the bottom of the net. That one losing control off the strings, leaving the strings pretty quickly. So Dominic Thiem firmly in the driving seat in this semi-final, the second semi-final. And there's that big kicker you talked about earlier this evening. He's used that very effectively on this rather slow, deliberate court that they're playing these tie breaks on. Wow, and he really flattened out that one.
You want a challenge for me? It's good. Challenge?
He may as well go for it. I think he's going to challenge it. Well, I think he figures he's pretty well down in this tie break. Might as well go for the challenge, try and halt the momentum here.
For me, Zador.
And in a round, that was a big serve from Dominic Thiem, the biggest we've seen tonight.
Trip to the opticians, I think.
I think he wasn't too convinced himself, to be fair. And that's not going to help matters. Feeling the need to pressurize with that second serve. You're always going to have to cough up a few double faults, but that was costly. Beautifully played. You've seen the penalty for not getting your feet up to that. A couple of guys missing their short forehands, but this really flowed through that ball nicely. There are glimpses of the old Goran every now and again. Seen a few more double faults than we would have normally expected tonight, Annabelle. I do think, I feel like the balls are quick and they're just not, settling into the racket and maybe not getting the spin that the players would like at times.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think the balls perhaps aren't even helping the players out here tonight, but still in the lead here, 8-4 in the tiebreak, couple of points away. Almost pushing some of these volleys here. Didn't really do enough with either of the volleys up at the net. Didn't get hold of this one. You can see how much that ball just doesn't come off the strings
didn't quite get out in the middle of the racket, and I do think there's tension actually. This is a lot of money for these guys to play for. Oh, he's made it. He's made it. And he deserves that clap from Goran. Spotted he's on top of the net, but not easy to make on the run. Full speed going backwards. Goran very much closed in, and I think for a second he thought he'd just pushed it long, but it's earned him 4 match points. Has to get into that final, take on Andy Murray.
Match team.
Oh, it's a shame to finish it off with a double fault, but it's Dominic Thiem who goes through to the final for the first time, and of course in front of his home crowd here. So he wins that tiebreak by 10 points to 5, and he will face Andy Murray. But before that, we're going to have a third
Dominic,
place
congratulations for reaching the
and
final. You're now going to
Ivanisevic.
play Andy in the final for $250,000. How do you feel about that?
I hope it's going to be a great finals, and yeah, I think both of us, we want to win badly, and I'm looking forward a lot.
All right, we are too. So all the best. Großer Applaus für Dominic Thiem.
What Goran doesn't know right now, yes, he has to keep on playing. He wants, okay, let's have a look over here. Come on, Tom. Goran is on crutches. Goran, bad news. You have to play for third.
I know that, don't tell me. But no substitution, somebody wants to play, please?
Anybody?
How about Thomas?
Thomas?
Yeah, I got the right shoes. No, thank you. I think you got to keep the pain for a while. And good luck.
Well, let's be honest. Between you and Goran, who would win?
Oh, he will, definitely.
Goran will? Is he just pretending?
No, it's not pretending. I'm just not playing enough, and he's a good, you can see. I mean, he's playing awesome tennis. I mean, really have to put our hands together for Goran. Seriously, he's still a good player.
Let's do this. Thank you, guys.
So with me is Joe. Joe, how do you feel about playing against the old guy over there?
Oh, it's a dream.
It's a dream, why?
Yeah, because he won so many matches in the past. I saw him a few times in front of my TV when I was a kid. And
he's warming up for you?